What is going on, everybody? I can see from the welcome screen that Bobby already went live.
What's happening, man?
What's going on?
Hey, how about that? Look, another two-gamer you took down. Let's go. The dream sheet slate, the two-game in the morning that I literally forgot even existed.
And you know what? I had a little sweat in the bottom of the ninth. I needed so Tampa, they were down 4-3, and I needed nothing to happen. And then they got a run in, and I'm like, oh great, go to extra innings and kill me immediately. And somebody hit Manuel Margot hit a harmless little single to bring in one of my guys. I didn't have Margot, but no one else that was within fighting range had him, so we held. Very nice.
Beautiful, man. That's awesome.
Very nice. Hashtag cushion. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Springboard.
That's it.
That's great. So that's great to see. Let's talk about tonight. I don't have a whole lot of different takes than when we met earlier. I'm going to either pay up with Skubal and Cole, or I'm going to pay down with Peterson and Medina.
Okay.
Those are I also don't mind if you want to throw Sheehan into the mix for the spend down.
Ooh, that's interesting.
But that's a little. It's so volatile. Like, I mean, he threw 39 pitches his last time and he was in the same spot. So kind of a little less on him than I am Medina and Peterson.
Yeah, I'm not playing any Cole. I'm doing the other thing. Like I'm doing the Peterson and the Hendrickses and the Rodriguez's and the Skubals is my spend up. So let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And Peterson, Hendricks, Rodriguez. I'm playing some funky Cole Medina just for something to do. Have a little Barrios, Oviedo. Basically everybody except for Cole is in my pool. I presume that your Cole is going to are you going to want the Tigers?
Tigers or Giants? I like both of them.
Ooh, the Giants.
Yeah. I mentioned that.
But I like New York. You don't mean like New York Giants, right?
No, I mean the San Francisco Giants.
I think San Francisco Giants might outscore the New York Giants tonight. Actually,
there's a reasonable chance of that.
That's right.
Although I did put on my bets. I wrote I don't love any bets tonight. I just did say though that I took the Giants minus plus 10.5, even though I don't feel great about it. I actually don't. There's no bet. This is a game that it's a perfect stay away. I don't want to touch any part of it. From a just straight betting standpoint. But as far as the slate goes, yeah, I've got the my big buy-in is going to be Braves and Dodgers with Peterson and Medina, and my other anything of substance will be the Tigers and the Giants with the Pete Alonso, Mark Vientos, or maybe a 3-man from the Mets.
Yeah, it looks as though my main stacks are. So I got on one that you kind of like led me to a little bit. So I have Baltimore and Atlanta as my top two, but then Detroit. But I threw the Mets in as well. So that's something that I wasn't thinking of doing earlier. And you can have all the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Like you will. I'll be more than happy to let you win. You know what I mean? I like it. I like it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have the Dodgers. So when hopefully I'll take down the early slate, you take down the main slate, and we're in business. I like it.
Yeah, sounds good. MJ is asking if any of us does anyone have sound? Can someone else reply? Because I think we're coming through fine. I don't see it being a problem. I can double check while we're going, but it would be kind of tough to understand what we're talking about if we don't have sound, obviously.
That's true. It would make things a little more
difficult. It's a little bit challenging. Let me just see real quick and make sure we're hearing us. Yeah, absolutely. I would suggest maybe trying the volume on your computer, MJ, just because we don't have any issue. I don't think he's not trolling us. He's a good dude. MJ.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's not. No, Triple J said he's trolling you, but he's not. He's a good guy.
He's not. And
he's one of our subscribers, so we are always going to be loyal to our subscribers, even if they do troll us. Thanks, guys, for letting us know. So yes, it's a pretty basic slate. It's a very small slate. I will say the same thing that I say. You're welcome to stack. You don't necessarily need a 5-man. Like I said, my biggest build is it's actually a 4-3-1 with Braves, Dodgers, and a one-off from Oakland. but it's I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep that. And I would say that playing the Dodgers as a full stack, I would say I would be very concerned with, because outside of the top 5 in the lineup, I think 6 through 9 have an excellent chance of being pinch hit for, all of them.
Do enough damage first,
with the exception of Outman. So Taylor, Rosario, Kike Hernandez are all very, very likely to be pinch hit for unless they just score a million runs early. That's worth. So, yeah, and then getting the Braves where on a slate where I don't know, maybe people. The thing that I was trying to figure out is, am I going to be different enough if I play the Dodgers and Braves? But and I think Medina and Peterson will have a little bit of ownership, especially Peterson. But I think it'll be like low enough to where you're talking about like teen ownership. And I don't think people are going to try and stack Atlanta with the Dodgers, is my guess, because it's tough to do. You have to make some sacrifices in some spots and things like that. And you have Michael Harris batting 5th today for what it's worth instead of.
So
go ahead.
No, I want to show you something when you have a chance.
Let's see.
I want to show you the lineup from today.
Oh yeah, let's go over it.
Because it's actually very interesting. Okay. So this is it's like almost impossible. But this is 333. It is a 2-game slate, a good old 5-3 with nobody against the pitcher.
Wow, you just went for it, huh?
Total purity.
Came through.
Total purity. Just like
look, it doesn't matter if Turang scores 0. It seems like he's on every winning lineup you have.
Turang is like a lock every you put him in here and that's what gets you to something. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody else apparently. No hitters against pitchers on a 2-gamer and a 5-3. Wow.
Full 5-3. I'll tell you the one thing I did, and it was so funny. This was not originally going to be my the 333 lineup. I built like a whole bunch of others, and almost every one of my lineups had like 3,000 left on the table. That's like what happens when you have these stacks in these 2-game slates.
Right.
And then I looked at them I don't know what it is. I want to change one thing, and I changed Tellez to Diaz. That got, first of all, it took all the money off it increased the salary by 3,000 or 2,000, something like that. Yeah. And Diaz put the 14 points up. And so this became the 333 by accident. Not by accident. Awesome. I mean, that's it was my one decision I made.
That's awesome, man. No, that's great. Always happy to see it. What are you doing at pitcher tonight? You said you're using.
So I'll tell you what I had and what I have. Okay, I was gonna have just an incredible amount of Skubal and Peterson. I actually had to pare that back a little bit, just because I just didn't feel like it, and that's like highly analytical term. Just didn't feel like it. So but I still have like 50% of both of them. Right. So 50% Peterson, 50% Skubal, and then you see here, like Kyle Hendricks is the next guy with 24%. So it's a very, very thematic, approach. You know what I mean? Like, right. Cole throws a complete game shutout, no hitter, I lose. You know what I mean? That's basically the deal.
Good gamble, I like it.
Yeah, and it's not even this is actually what I came up, what my run gave me. So yeah. And when that happens, and I get, you know what I mean, and it comes naturally to fade like the top pitcher on the slate, I kind of like it. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I will do now. By the way, which I didn't do yet, I'll build my FanDuel ones. I'll do a Saber Sim, and then I'll build my whatever. Because again, I'm the master at capitalizing on the slates that nobody feels like playing. So I'm gonna try to win that monster tonight on FanDuel for like 2,000 or whatever it pays. So while everybody's trying to figure out whether it's going to be Wan'Dale Robinson or Ronnie Bell or whatever, I'm gonna take the FanDuel 333 again. That's what I'm gonna do.
I like that. And just as a reminder to everybody else, 7:15 Eastern, we'll do a live for NFL, and then after that, Rhodey and I will be recording for this weekend's NFL, but we'll do Showdown at 7:15.
And one other thing, if you guys are interested in this, I put up my the Circa Millions. First of all, I put up the MMA DFS breakdown, and then I also put up the Circa Millions preview for this week. Now, again, it's nothing that anybody really should be interested in, but unless they're like legitimately interested in it. In other words, it's not like who I like against the spread. Okay, and you'll figure that out within like 15 seconds of watching it. It's who I'm playing, who I want to play in the contest. Okay. Mm-hmm. And so we're really just like analyzing what I think the public is going to do. And I'm doing it like 95% for purely selfish reasons. The fact that it forces me to focus and it forces me to just talk through it. So it's me talking through my picks and a little accountability too. You know what I mean? So if you get interest in that, I mean, I could argue that learning how to gauge the public sentiment is probably more important in long term than figure out who Eric Haber likes in the freaking football game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I encourage you, if you have time, to check that out. And
yeah, absolutely. For what I'll just throw out one football thing. For those of you guys who didn't notice that Ayuk is out, and that is the reason why I think they priced Jennings up in case Ayuk is out. So it might be Jennings and Ray McLeod time. We're going to be talking about some of that stuff at 7:15.
Yeah, and the Ronnie Bell.
Which I'm a little more skeptical of, but yeah. Although, every time I say that, the guy ends up getting like the first 2 targets. And then no more, though, at least. Then no more for the rest of the game.
All right, so first of all, this is what a FanDuel build looks like. And again, if you watch process, if you use SaberSim, I didn't make any changes now, but the first thing I like to do after I make a build here is I want to change the min uniques to min 2. Just a little, way too much variance in baseball for me to not force in a little bit of randomness. So that's what I like doing. I have no mathematical support for that number or whatever. Just, it's what I do. It's actually, I took that advice from Jordan from SaberSim. He suggested that as a little thing you could do after you build to kind of spice it up a little bit. Actually, not spice it up. It's actually reduces risk a little bit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I like this. And then I like to see, like, before you even see what I have, I want to see how it breaks down. Okay, so I'm actually getting all 4 4s right now. And that's going to look like Atlanta, Baltimore, Mets. All right. Now the first thing that I would look at is, boy, that seems like a real chalky thing. So I want to see who I'm getting pitching wise, though. So once again, I'm not getting any Cole, if that matters. In these builds, I'm getting mostly Screwball and then some wild ones with like Medina on FanDuel. Bless you, Peterson and Hendricks. So the idea is pretty much the same on FanDuel for me as it is from DraftKings. Just pay up for the hitting, pay down for the pitching, and hope you get lucky.
Yeah, and just to say, like, even though I have some Cole lineups, I actually think that it is a pretty good fade. Just like, what do they do? Okay, like, are they going to let him go out there and throw a million pitches in a meaningless game at the end of the year? Probably not. It's Toronto too. Doesn't strike out a ton, although this is a pretty weak Toronto lineup that's out there.
Bless you.
When you've got Biggio, Schneider, Chapman instead of all the other guys, it's a little better. But and also, Varsho's in there. Yeah, it's a lineup that Cole should be able to attack. But at the same time, you're just by fading him, I think it's a pretty good way to, I don't want to say get difference. I actually don't think he's going to be crazy high owned tonight, but I think some people will take some shots there. It is kind of, I keep going back and forth on this. Every time I say something about it, I sort of want to go the other direction. Is he not getting played enough? Like,
who?
I mean, there's one guy on this slate who has a significantly higher upside than everybody else. And now I'm starting to look like Cole's down in the teens ownership-wise. Just a little bit interesting to notice. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking to myself, do I maybe want to change my main build around and play Cole? But I don't think I'm going to. But we don't usually get to play. Cole's almost always like chalk. Like, I don't know if we ever get to play him when he's like low owned.
I actually don't think that's accurate. I think that Cole's been, I think surprisingly low owned this year. No,
I don't think so. I mean, maybe there's some slight slates. He had Strider or something on there, but
okay.
I don't know like who. I sort of feel like he's been the better pitcher, but I don't know. I haven't looked at. I haven't gone back and tracked it all, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so pretty straightforward baseball slate, getting ready for football. I'm going to do a little bit more digging in football and finish up my baseball build. Fred says he appreciated the MMA video. He chopped the quarter, which had 14,000 people in it with 12 people.
Holy crap, really?
That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing, actually.
Yeah. That's like winning. That's winning a giant.
That's like harder than winning the actual lottery, I think.
Yeah.
It's like it pays a lot less.
Yeah. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to see. What else do we have? Still waiting just on lineups, I guess. I mean, the Dodger lineup is actually pretty relevant because at some point they may. Oh, wait, no, it's out. Never mind. I already said that it was out. I don't know why I did that. Oh, the Giants lineup. That'll just keep the Giants already weren't going to get played. I really like the idea of using the Giants some on this slate, so I'm gonna force them in.
Okay. Boy, that's where now again because of my bad connection, I missed your breakdown of that. What about this Giants? Just the
Well, I mean, first of all, it's basically a bullpen game for the Dodgers. It's always a stadium upgrade whenever the Giants go anywhere. They're really cheap, which you can play double spend up pitchers if you want to. Sheehan has not there's no reason to think that Sheehan can't. I mean, his home runs. What's he given up? He given 5 home runs his last 15 innings. That's pretty good reason. Actually, he's on the season. He's given up 10 home runs or 9 home runs. I believe in he's basically given up a home run every three innings. So that's my reason. And the fact that no one will play them on a 7-gamer that feels like a 4-gamer. So I guess that's why.
Yeah. Currently, my FanDuel big buy-in is the Mets in Toronto.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to change
really?
that. I don't like that. I'm going to change that. I'm not going up against Cole for the big buy-in. Sorry.
Hey, it may work.
It might, but
let's just see.
We're going to presume it doesn't for now.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
So what do we do here? So let me just see how I would analyze this then. So assuming I know I can play whatever pitcher I want if I feel like it. Boy, I like the Dodgers tonight. Yeah, so I think that's going to be part of what I want to do. That'll be 4 of them. Who are your favorite Dodgers? I guess Betts, Freeman, Smith, and Martinez. How about that?
Yeah, those are the 4 I would most.
Let's do that. So you know what that means? It means I'm going to be live at 10 o'clock. Let's see. What position is Betts play nowadays? Oh, he can play wherever he wants. So we'll worry about that later.
Basically every position on that thing.
We'll worry about that later, right? So let's first put in Freeman. And we'll put in Martinez, who I presume is still the outfield.
Boy, some of these hitters against Cole, their numbers are hilarious.
What's that?
Some of the hitters against Cole for Toronto, their stats are hilarious. Like Kevin Kiermaier, who doesn't even strike out that much. He has 34 at bats, 17 strikeouts against Cole. Chapman at 33 at bats, 16 strikeouts. Biggio, 16 at bats, 9 strikeouts. It's pretty weird to see a 50% plus K rate for 3 of the guys at the top of your order. Even though I know it's a small sample, it's actually not that small of a sample. 30 plus at bats is pretty good. The only one who hits him is Vlad, and Vlad's not in the lineup. Oh, I guess that Kirk does too. I'm really trying to think about this Cole thing and see if I wanted to maybe switch over, but I don't think I'm going to.
Okay, so we're going to put in. We're not going to put in Betts yet. We're going to put him in somewhere. We just don't know exactly where yet. So what's the other one that I could play? So the Dodgers going to be the chalk. Probably the Braves will be the chalk, right?
The Braves.
So I would probably go ahead.
So I think that there's 2 variations of chalk on this slate. There's the spending up at pitcher or spending down at pitcher chalk. So it's not easy to play the Braves if you play the other guys. So I think that Baltimore, Cleveland, actually less so Cleveland, more Baltimore, Pittsburgh, mixed with the Dodgers and Braves, I guess. But I actually don't know if there's one team that's showing just an absurd amount of ownership, which is kind of weird for a 7-gamer. Looking at Goldie's, let me check out your projections and see what we got here, if anything different. Yeah, Baltimore certainly seems on yours to be the highest owned. Baltimore, Atlanta would be next, and then probably some combination of, although none of the Dodgers are that high owned. So yeah, I think that it's going to be Baltimore, Atlanta, then you get some Dodgers in there, some Detroit's in there. Actually, Detroit might have more ownership than people think.
You like anything, any stack off the board in FanDuel at all? It's like
so my off the board stack is the Giants, and they're really cheap. So I do like the idea of using the Giants.
John Peterson's first base, right?
Yeah. The problem is,
I want to play both these guys for the Dodgers, and like every other stack,
well, then don't worry about that. You don't need Jock Peterson's outfield. I mean, isn't he? Why would
he is. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Just for the hell of it. We don't even know the lineup yet, right?
No, I would imagine that Jock, Yastrzemski, and Conforto are all in there, though. Haniger would be my favorite other than Jock. I'd imagine Lamont and Wade will start at first, but you're not going to play him because you've got the Dodger guys in there. Go and just strictly late night hammer here and see what you can do.
Yeah. And who do we who's shortstop? We play Estrada, right? We like him, right?
Well, I don't know. He's going to be the most expensive, and he's probably batting 8th or 9th.
They haven't projected for second here. Okay.
They're terrible. They don't have.
Okay.
The real projections. And look, it is hard to tell with the Giants in all fairness, but Estrada's been batting 9th against righties and like first against lefties. So first or second. Yeah, you could do something with this.
Well, I gotta find a pitcher though.
But maybe Flores instead of Estrada. Oh, maybe Flores is only first base eligible now. Is that possible?
These Dodgers are expensive.
Flores is third base eligible.
These Dodgers are pretty expensive, sir.
What are you at? 7,700 left for?
There's nobody I could play.
Well, no, but you would take out Estrada first of all.
Right.
I don't know why he's in there. And they probably they have the guy. I don't know. It's up in the air who plays shortstop for them. Whether let's see if either of them are in the player pool. Tyler Fitzgerald, or the other one.
Well, first of all, I could also play Chris Taylor instead of say like Will Smith if I felt like it.
Yeah, you could do that.
Mookie, we could put it anywhere.
Luciano is the other one who might play shortstop, and he should be like minimum cost for the Giants.
I don't know. This is. Well, I mean, it certainly helps, right?
Yeah. There you go. And then you get the.
And then Mookie comes back.
Mookie.
I can actually have a pitcher that can throw, right?
You can have a pitcher at 9K, I think.
You almost have Skubal, actually.
What is Skubal at? 90, 95?
No, he's 10-3. But I could play Jace Grayson Rodriguez. I could do that.
Rodriguez, Hendricks, a little cheap.
Yeah, this thing's, I don't know. This thing seems fishy. Okay.
I don't know. I don't dislike it. In fact, I kind of like the idea of it enough to where I might actually switch my main build to some Dodgers and Giants here. But then I don't get to do my cool double spend down thing.
Let's see what the stupid Baltimore chalk looks like. How about that?
You know who's a great play tonight is Philly.
I thought of that.
Philly is such a good play.
We're gonna try Baltimore and we're gonna try Philly. Let's try Baltimore. Actually, Philly's lower owned. Let's just put Philly in. Okay. This way, I get to play Real Muto right there where I want him.
Let's see what else Philly's got in there.
Real Muto's only 2,800. Okay, we're gonna make that work. We'll play Mr. Turner. He's a little expensive, but whatever. We'll play Harper. What position does he play nowadays? Same as he has for 30 years, probably. Double. And then either Schwarber or Baum, depending on salary. Let's start with Schwarber. That's 4,100. That's rough. What is Baum, by the way? Let's see. Well, we'll not worry about him in a second. So same issue. So who's going to be I mean, I could play down to Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
I mean, it's just like a weak play, though, right? I mean, like.
I mean, I actually don't think it's that weak of a play. Detroit's probably been better this year than people think. Like, they're like not that far below 500. It's like amazingly without pitching or hitting, apparently.
Well, we'll start with Torkelson. What position is Vierling playing nowadays?
Vierling is I think it's outfield, right? I don't know what he's in FanDuel.
Oh my God, my freaking keyboard is rebelling on me. All right, Vierling 2,900. All right, that's good. Carpenter, I like him. He's another outfielder. So 635 maybe? Okay. So we put Carpenter in there. And then McKinstry, I guess. McKinstry, we could put him anywhere. So let's put him at second. And then we have one more Philly guy to play. So where was Baum, for example?
First, third, usually.
Let's see what this is. Let's see what this looks like. BH or BO? Baum. Oh wow. Third base, and that leaves us 10,000. Where we cannot quite play Skubal. And I'm already making a little concession with the Phillies, not playing Schwarber.
Well, I mean, it's a lefty, if you want to justify it, like, and he's 5,600.
Now, if I could get up to Skubal, this would be great, but there's 300 that's like in my face here. I'm not playing Miguel Cabrera. Ooh, yeah. How is Kristen Potts is hitting ninth. And meanwhile, I can't play Skubal anyway because he's on Detroit. Right? So I have to fix that. Oh man, these hand builds are tough sometimes. How bad of a pitching prospect is Suarez? I have is actually my second. Was it pretty close? So if I put in Suarez, I don't really need to leave 700 on the table. Oh, that's Philly as well. Oh my God, what an annoyance.
1, 2, 3.
Skubal. I can't not play him. Who's shortstop for Detroit again? Nobody.
McKinstry.
Oh, McKinstry can play at shortstop?
I don't know FanDuel, man. I'm trying to get my builds in on DraftKings, but I think he is.
Oh, he's second, third in outfield.
Weird because he's playing short today.
So we're gonna do, maybe we'll just leave that Toronto thing in. No, we're not doing that. I gotta go soon.
All right, you can take off.
I know, but I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go. Sorry guys, I couldn't leave you with the actual lineup this time.
That's a pretty good outline for one. I like it.
I will see you guys later.
All right, good luck.